So it's just absolutely unbelievably cold out. And gonna go grab a project from the pile back here. Little John Deere is our next one. Got our passenger princess here. Gonna go blow the snow off that fucking thing. The leaf blower's bogging. So damn cold. Well, I'll skip all the boring bits here and get this thing up in the truck. By God, all blowed off. Damn leaf blower's bogging because it's so cold out. Thing didn't want to warm up right. So lifting this big green son of a bitch is a pain in the ass. Cause no good grab point. I forgot the body's about halfway off of it. So shit. Alright, so we got some rigging going on here with a cable. We're just doing this tow truck style. There we go. Getting too cold for this shit to be lifting mowers. Fuck all that. So got it in the garage here. Gonna get ready to put a motor on it and see if I can find a pulley laying around for it. Alright, so the 8-horse holes, they line up. And I know this motor runs. It might need a little carburetor work, but it's got electric start and everything, so it'll be perfect for this build. But now I gotta pull the cab off here so that I can, well, cab off here so that I can get down there and see what's up with our limp clutch pedal. Well, to get to the mounts of the cab that I needed to see to get underneath here, I had to flip it over because I'm fucking fat and didn't want to grab a jack. And we turned into this, so I can get to what I already need to get to. So, fuck it. No cab pull, even though it was already half pulled. Okay, so I'm poking around down underneath here at this clutch pedal, and, Cobalt is holding this fucking thing together. So, no wonder it's defective, because we got fucking sockets holding the clutch pedal on. Interesting. The extremely bent and extremely stripped bolt comes with a 3/4 Cobalt. Who would have known? Well, decided that it's wise that I probably should pull the cab anyway and make sure everything's still in check, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, so the clutch is doing what it's supposed to. It was just locked down with the parking brake, which was off, but it was stuck. And, so we're kind of in order here. I don't have a pulley for the front of the Briggs there, so I'm either have to find one or go to the store and grab one. I'm thinking I'm going to have to go to the store and grab one. Alright, so we got the proper hardware in here. Bolt through the keyhole there. Then we got the clamp bolt. And the parking brake's pretty damn annoying. But I think that I can maybe pop that back into place where it should be. Alright, so I knocked the parking brake loose. So now we can go all the way down with no issues. So sweet. But I did find the wheel bearing is, no bueno. Alright, so I guess I'll resume this when the 110 gets a pulley and I'm able to finish reassembling it and getting it going. But for now, I'm kind of at a standstill because I don't have a pulley, so I can, you know, just flip this big bitch back over here. Wow, that rear end has weight to it. There we go. That's good for it. Just suspension testing. But yeah, I guess I'll get back to it when I have a pulley for the Briggs here. Anyways, tried to lift this thing up into the truck like I did earlier. At least, you know, play a little tow man. But yeah, it looks like that crippled whatever little I had left of my back there, so I can't even get her up in the truck anymore, so we're just gonna have to tow strap her the good old way. I guess they don't make them like they used to, also applies to me. God damn, maybe if I was fucking born 100 years ago, I'd be able to fucking coal miner lift that bitch up into the back of that truck. So this thing, I don't know if it'll run, because it's been a little while, I mean, so I guess we'll give her a shot here. Oh, maybe. Sounds like it needs the idle turned up a little. And, maybe shouldn't be on the bench, but, I have a solution for that. Alright, so we're just semi-screwed to the bench, so this thing should not go anywhere. So, guess we'll just send it and see what happens. Alright, see if it fires. No, so we're just gonna go straight into it and attack that carburetor. Alright, and I have the carburetor and the air filter's running. Good for it. This is getting gas. I can feel it pissing on my hand. But it's not going up into the sucky port. So I'm going to pull this apart and see what happened in there. Alright. I've been a fucking impact demon lately. I need to fucking give this damn thing a rest. I usually don't like using them, but since I organized a little and got all of them functional, I have just loved the power tools. Because I used to be a hand tool only type of guy until I got fat and lazy. Also, while I'm here, that could be part of it. Found what looks like old RTV. So, probably one hell of a vacuum leak here. Alright, we can crack this open here. Got all that extra shit off. Wow. Hard to do with two hands, and it also really doesn't want to come off. Oh, here we go. I can feel it. It's coming now. Damn. This is real fucking hard to do with two hands. Well, I guess let me pop this off and get this disassembled and then get back to it. Alright. So, got this apart and also realized I've done 90% of this fucking video in vertical mode. So, we're fixing that from here on out. But, I'm going to give this a quick little spray out and do some adjustments and see what I can get going. Alright, so I mostly got the carburetor back together and cleaned. But now I'm just making these gaskets out of this gasket material here. Cutting them out. And, you know, marking on the gasket paper. And popping out what I cut. Hopefully this thing should run with no vacuum leaks and no issues soon. Alright, so we got the cables all hooked back up here. And we have gas in the bowl, so I cut off the fuel tank over there so that it doesn't go too far if it goes. Alright. Choke. Alright, choke's on. Throttle open. Well, I think we're all primed now. Let's knock that back down to idle. And then see what happens. Oh, just come on and cheat your ass. Let's give her a little, give her a little love there. Nice and generous in the love department. Alright, so it's not loving something here. I'm going to set the camera up and play with it a little more. Alright. fucking updraft carburetors. Alright, a little bit of good stuff in the boom boom chamber. Loves that. Should go now. Oh, come on. It wanted it so bad. Damn. Alright, different spark plug and more sauce in the chamber. Let's see if it just fouled that one, because that other one, it was starting to look a little rich there. So, don't see if it fouled that one out, and we're all good. Close. Alright, gonna give her some more love. Alright. Oh, let's not do that. Got plenty of compression, so don't know why it's not wanting to go. But that's a problem for another time, I guess. I guess I'll resume this at another point. Alright, so another day. Got the gas tank and the motor and the pulley and the flywheel key. So this should be ready to put on the John Deere and then have constant gas flow to it and then try and get it started. If not, then really my next suspicion would be a compression issue, which I don't know, because it's feeling pretty good on the pull start, but it could be just a little under, because like it's got a good compression stroke, like enough to run, you'd think, but I don't know, guess we better find out. Okay, so the 8-horse is on the John Deere, and problem. So I think our shaft is running in reverse, unless it spools around in reverse on that gearbox back there. But I guess we're about to find out here. So I guess I'll take a look into that. Good news. In gear, pulling on the bottom side of the belt, which would match rotation, we have forward movement. So, whew, good, because that was a bit of a scare. But, so, John Deere may or may not be running tonight. So, I'm thinking compression issue, because the pull start was fooling me there a bit. Turn it on this side, we kind of got a little bit of resistance. Well, I'm turning it the wrong fucking way. But, got a bit of resistance, so got the plug out here, going to throw some 2-stroke down in it when we go to run it. Get it started, fired up, because it should have enough to run after it's already running. But, we're going to see if we can knock some rings loose, because I did lap the valves on these, so I know it's not valves. So it's got to be piston rings. So I guess we'll see what I can do there with a little 2-stroke, see if I can free up them rings. Alright, so the motor mounts currently are a little tight. You can see 1 and 2 right there. And, well, they're obviously not tight. I mean, the bolts themselves are looser than a fucking liberal's boyfriend. But, we're gonna have to give them some impact love and see what happens. But it's a little tight getting in there. All my 10 mils have disappeared into Satan's ass crack here, so, fuck. Thank you for not being a 10. I've never loved a bolt more being a 7/16. Ha, so I don't have to go do the fucking adjustable shimmy here. Perfect. I can actually get a 7/16 wrench. Many nuggas? Enough. Alright, so I'm gonna baby birder some 2-stroke oil here. And got the battery for the e-start. So It honestly should just start after I mount the gas tank, which I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so we got the dick tank here. That's good for it. Lean back. There we go. Alright, so should be set. Nice. Set up to run-ish. I just gotta make a couple tweaks. Alright, so we're back together. And I guess run ready. We're leaking a bit, but that's fine. Alright, we're gonna try pull it. Try and unchoke it and open the throttle up, maybe. Oh. Maybe choke it with the throttle open. What in the fuck is that awful noise? Nothing's hitting over here. Hold on, I'm gonna check the fucking oil on this thing. Because I had that case apart and I filled it. And there was no pile underneath it. So, fucking I guess we'll see. We got oil in there. So, guess we're pulling time. Again, it's just making a fucking weird noise. Alright. Choke all the way off. Throttle all the way open. It seemed to like that, so. Oh. What the fuck? What in the hell is that? Fucking A. Alright. Oh. We're getting there. Half choke. Alright, so we're getting places, so I'm going to go to E-start. I'm going to pull that plug and see if we got a shitload of two-stroke on it. Well, plug's a little blue. Guess we'll wipe that off and try and toss it back in there, give it a little starting fluid straight to it, and see what happens. Alright, we got a little stuff in the plug hole there. What the hell is that? Something on the pull start side here, but in the back. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but it's just a little squeaky. It's alright. Alright, we're switching to E-start. I do not doubt low compression, but I guess we'll see if we can get her to spin fast enough. It really wants to. Well, I guess, see if I can give her a little ether here. Let's not do that. See if I can get fire up. Alright, so I'm getting tired of this fucker, so a little more go-go juice and, two-stroke oil in the plug hole there, and it'll run. It wants it so bad. Come on. Definitely compression. Okay, so it's something with the rings. Because we got aids until we have two-stroke in there. So, I guess I'll pull the head and see what I can find. Alright, we're gonna break into the head, buzz off all this gay shit. Ugh. That one didn't sound too good. And go figure, we're missing a head stud, which last time I was in here I knew that. Okay, yeah, so the two-stroke oil couldn't have been helping. Oh, there's fucking soot in here. Alright, so This needs inspected. Alright, so I guess I'll spray all this shit off of here and then I'll see if I can find anything new. Alright, so I got a fancy pants leak down test going. All the gas in the oil. But it appears that we're not really leaking anywhere. I mean, there's no bubbling, there's no constant. So, honestly, I think the rings are good. And it looks like the piston's sealing and everything. So it'd have to be something valve related. I wonder if these valves had something going on the last time it ran. Because I ran this right after I lapped them. So maybe something happened then. Maybe these ain't sealing right, so I guess I'll give that a look-see next. Okay, so this is compression stroke, and this valve does not feel tight and sealing. So I'm going to assume that this one's our problem child. That's the intake side, so I guess I'm about to figure that shit out. Alright, so our valve's staying up just a tidbit too long. So, I'm wondering why. Because I'm not seeing nothing extremely alarming here. Because it's still going with the lifter. I mean, there's no space. The springs are returning right. So, I don't know. I wonder if I could take a little material off that lifter there, like if something's stuck in between it, and try and see if I can maybe shave the lifter a little, because I'm guessing the valve seat's a little worn, and it needs a little love. So I'm going to do something a little gay here, and see if I can't shave a little off the lifter, or the valve itself. But it should not hurt anything, because I mean, I really don't need to drop out much clearance here. Because, you know, it's really close. So this is what I'd like to call something that you only do on your own shit. So, got the valve out of the retainer clip and the valve spring, and we're just gonna fire off just a little. Once again, this is only on your own shit. This is just something sketchy because I want to ride this mower tonight. Okay, so with the lifter down, it goes down far enough where if I put enough pressure on it, it doesn't move. So, I'm going to put this back together and we should have better compression. Because, you know, this valve, this seat, pretty much fresh. I just lapped these fuckers. So I knew that wasn't the problem. We apparently have a clearancing issue, so I grinded that down a bit. Gonna clean all this up and then put it back together. Alright, so I've put the crank breather back on and the carburetor, and so this thing I should feel great compression. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot better. A lot better. Okay, so found the issue. Definitely was compression. Hopefully this thing will just start right up now. It took a lot of unnecessary curse words and a lot of unorthodox methods, but this thing should be ready. So I guess we'll get right to that. Alright, let's see if we got a one-pole wonder. Nope. God damn! Yep, nope. Holy hell. Alright, should run out of gas. Ugh. Run out already. Ah, so that's the pull start. And that's running away. Woo! Alright. Well, it runs way too fucking good. That hellacious noise, though. Holy fuck. Woo. Alright, so it's a couple minutes after, and basically, I got the hell out of Dodge, because the throttle probably stuck, because it's just limp here, because I have the governor removed on this thing. This governor arm, it's just here. It's not connected to anything. So, if this thing really wanted to, it could have totally just shot a fucking rod through the block. And I'm kind of surprised it didn't, with how out of fucking control it was. And that pull start just makes a hell of a noise. And I can see that it ripped itself apart there. So I'm going to have to pull this back off. And probably just resort to just E-start, because honestly the pull start's probably got fucking AIDS anyway. But yeah, so that was a runaway on the Briggs here. Entirely carburetor fault. Fuck you. But that's why I never first start a motor with the gas tank attached to it. Yeah, because then it just ran out of gas, and that's why I got the fuck away and didn't even try to stop it, because I knew it was going to stop itself, or it was going to shoot a rod. So, we're okay. We're balling. Whew, that was a little loud, though. I bet the neighbors love that. And that little runaway molesting the pull start came back to this. I had to re-pull the motor to get to those two bolts, because there's no access for them. So I guess I'll get back when all this fucking motor's mounted and shit. Alright, so we're mounted back up. Have the idle locked the fuck down. So it is now strictly E-start only, because it shot the little fucking, I think it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, the little 6 balls that the pull start used to catch. It launched them everywhere. So that no longer is a part of this. So I guess I'll see if I can't get this thing running normally. Alright, so hopefully less bad happens. Got the bowl full on the carburetor. Still no full tank yet. We're gonna see if we can't get her to start. Nope, nothing. Alright. So let's put the choke on there. Major head gasket leak out of that missing stud there. Major. Did it blow the fucking head gasket? Because that stud should be isolated. No, still got compression. It's just leaky. Alright. Well, I guess let me try to adjust that idle a little till she starts. Whew. Huh. So it's still wanting to give it way too much gas. So I'm going to fully blame that on the carburetor, because, you know, it's what the fucking carburetor does. And also, massive fucking leak out the head gasket from here. Gonna need another head stud, but that's nothing too bad. Well, anyways, I guess the rest of this shit's a project for another day, and I guess I'll go ahead and post this and then fucking get the running and driving in another clip here. But yeah, major fucking runaway. That was worrying. That fucking ripped the pull start all apart, but it's getting about pack up time, and I don't feel like making this video a fucking hour long, so I guess another time we'll be running and riding. And, well, guess that's it.